Hello everyone and welcome back to this new tutorial on how to create an EC2 instance on AWS. In this video, I'll walk you through the step-by-step process of launching a virtual server using Amazon EC2. So let's get started. So the first thing you have to do is search for AWS on your browser. Then click on this first hyperlink AWS, which is AWS official site. It will redirect you to the official website of AWS. So firstly, you need to sign into the AWS management control. If you do not have an account on AWS, so you have to create one first. They also have a free tier available in which you can access various AWS services for free, which will be valid for first 12 months. They provide you 750 hours of Amazon EC2 per month for the first 12 months. So to avail this, you have to create a free account. Just click on the create a free account option. It will redirect you to the registration form. Here you have to put your credentials and then you can sign in to the AWS, sign into your AWS account. I already own a AWS free tier account, so I'm just going to sign into my account. Sign in using root user. So I just logged in into my AWS console and this is how the interface looks like. When you sign in for the first time, the interface will not look like this. It will be something different. You will not find this recently visited panel here. To access any service provided by AWS, you need to click on these three bars and then go to all services. It will provide you a list of all the services which are provided by AWS. And under the compute section, you will find EC2. Click on EC2, then you will be redirected to the EC2 uh, dashboard. Then to access any instance you have created or to create a new instance, you need to click on instances. It will show you the list of running instances that you have created earlier. I have created these two instances earlier and I will create a new one to demonstrate the steps that how you can complete how you can create your own instance. So to create a new instance, you have to click on launch instances. Then you have to specify a name for your instance. For example, I am giving it a name that is YouTube VM1. You can provide it any name. Then you have to select application or OS image for it. Means you have multiple options here. Basically, it is the operating system which will be installed on your virtual server. You can go with any of these. Some of them are paid and some of them are free. So I'm going with Ubuntu. It is eligible for free tier and you can select the version from here. You don't need to pay any cost if the resources you are using are in free tier. Then you have to select the architecture. It will be default 64-bit architecture. Then you have to specify the instance type. There are multiple instance types here, but I am going to select the micro one. It is by default selected. It provides you two vCPUs and 1 GB of RAM. It is the only one which is available in free tier. Until you are in free tier, you don't need to give any cost for it. Then you have to select a key pair. Basically, a key pair is used when you have to access your virtual machine or instance you are creating using an SSH client. In that case, key pair will be required for logging in. So you have to create a new key pair. Click on create new key pair and you have to give it a name. I'll be calling it YouTube VM1 key. Create key pair and it will download the key pair into your downloads folder. Then you have to specify the network. Under this section, you have to specify whether You want to access this virtual machine from any other device from anywhere, or you want it to make it more secure by assigning it to my IP. If you assign it my IP, if you select my IP here, then you will only be able to access this virtual machine through this system only in which you are creating this VM. You will not be able to access it from any other laptop or from any other PC. So I wanted to access from any other device, from anywhere, so I am selecting it anywhere. Then if you want to allow HTTPS and HTTP traffic on it, means if you are going to use this virtual machine for deploying your web page or any web application, then you have to select this one, these two. Then configure storage, it is good, and that's all. And you have to then click on launch instance, and it will set up the instance for us. So the instance has been created, and the next thing is to connect to this instance. For this, you can use any SSH client. You have to click on connect to instance. It will show you multiple options through which you can connect to this instance. One of the most famous and easy way is using an SSH client. Note, if you are an Linux user or a Mac OS user, then they have by default SSH client supported on their terminal. But in case of Windows, it is quite different. In the earlier version of the Windows, SSH client was not supported, but with the release of Windows 10, Windows 11, its terminal and PowerShell supports SSH. So you have to open the terminal, and to specify whether to check whether your system supports SSH or not, you have to type this command SSH. And if you found something like this, it means your system supports SSH and you can connect to the instance we have just created. There is a specific command for it, which works on Windows, Linux, and also it works on Mac OS. That command is SSH-I. Then you have to give the path of the key pair which we have downloaded. It's in the download folder, and its name was YouTube vm1key.pem. Then you have to specify the username with which you are going to log in to the system. So I have created an Ubuntu system, and the default user for Ubuntu is Ubuntu. At that, we have to specify here we have to give the public IP of the virtual machine. You can get the public IP from here, and you can also get it by clicking on the instances, and it will list all the running instances. It is the instance that we have just created, and its public IP is here. You can also use the DNS IPv4 DNS, public IPv4 DNS, and you can also use this one. So I have copied this one. I'm pasting it here, and you have to press enter. Are you sure you want to continue connecting? Yes. And here you have just connected to the VM or instance that we have created. If I show you, this is an Ubuntu system. It's an Ubuntu 24.04.1 LTS, and you can run all the Linux command in it. For example, if I try to create a file, so you can see my file.txt has been created. So this is one of the way through which you can connect to your instance. But if in case this method doesn't work for you, then you can try installing any SSH client for Windows. Two most famous SSH client for Windows are one is Putty and other is MobaXterm. I'll suggest installing MobaXterm. For that you have to search for MobaXterm, then click on the first hyperlink and then click on get MobaXterm. You can download it from here. I already have downloaded it, so I'm going to show you how you can connect to the instance using MobaXterm. Once downloaded, you have to extract the zip file and you will get these files inside it. You have to open this software. These are the instances I have been using on this application. To connect to the instance that we have created, you have to click on session, then SSH, and here you have to provide the public IP of the instance. And here you have to provide the username you want to, and then you have to select the private key. The key pair that we have downloaded, it is in downloads folder, YouTube v1 vm1 key pair. Then you have to click on OK, and it will connect to the instance. As you can see, we are connected and we can see the myfile.txt that we have created there. Yeah, here it is. So this is how you can use MobaXterm for connecting to the instance you have created. And if you are a Linux user or a Mac OS user, then it will be very easy for you to connect to the instance by using the terminal. Same command will be used. And this was all from this video.